So let me catch you guys up. As everyone has probably noticed, I guess, for the past two videos, one podcast in cars, last week Friday's video included as well, I basically just didn't post. I've had more issues. My laptop decided to just completely die. So I haven't actually been able to edit anything anyway, and obviously with not being able to edit, I just didn't even bother recording. So I have to now find money to get a new laptop so that I can actually edit videos and stuff. I'm busy doing this one on my gaming computer because it luckily does have the program. And then I'm making the thumbnail on my mom's computer, so big shout out to my mom. Thanks. Anyway, let me catch you guys up on basically the whole situation with the clutch and what's happening there. Last week Friday I dropped my car off at Callum. On the way there, my clutch slip got so aggressive that it started to slip in first gear, just trying to pull away. So I actually had to continuously launch my car just so I could get it going and then I could drive. It was getting very bad very quickly. Thankfully, I managed to actually get it into there by Callum, and yeah, basically dropped the car off, said goodbye, and left. On Monday or Tuesday? Monday, I think. Callum sent me pictures of my clutch. Pictures on screen now of that. So what my dad and I thought before I put the pictures on was going to be the case was basically the pressure plate was not going to... the pressure plate wasn't going to be applying enough pressure to the clutch, and that's what's causing the clutch to slip. And then slowly the spring, if you will, for the pressure plate is loosening and it's not being able to apply as much pressure. And then on top of that, obviously, once it starts spinning, it just cuts through the material like it's nothing. So we were expecting the clutch to still be in like reasonably good condition. Also considering that the puck material, so the hard material, is supposed to be extremely hard. So we actually thought it's going to be practically impossible to wear through my clutch. Because the clutch should last ages. Anyway, Callum sent me pictures on screen now where it had burnt the clutch all the way down to the bolts that actually hold down the material. That is bad. Now what we think has happened is basically just the pressure plate couldn't apply enough pressure, meaning they would slip a little bit on the stock material and then grab on the harder material. Now when it grabs on the harder material, because it's been slipping, it's generated a lot of heat, it kind of starts to slip on the hard material. The hard material could grab it for the first little bit of its life, and then it basically just gave up because it could not hold that kind of temperature and that. And then on top of that, especially when I was getting caught up into traffic jams and so on and so forth, and I actually, you got to use your clutch a fair bit, just burned through my clutch. So my clutch lasted a total of just under a year if we're going off the engine rebuild, where we're still under stock power, so it shouldn't have been, even if the pressure plate was unmodified and even if the clutch was unmodified, it hadn't seen much extra work. And just under 6 months, I believe, if we go off the turbo, from when the turbo was installed and so on and so forth, and it was actually seeing power and it needed that extra additional grip. So that's quite disappointing. Now the original plan was to take the clutch out. Well, Callum was going to take the clutch out, give it to myself and my dad. We were going to go to the guy that built the clutch for us, and we were going to go give him shit. And then basically, if it came to anything more than 1,000 rand, and if he wouldn't sign on the document that if we had to pull the gearbox again, he was going to pay for it, then we weren't going to give it to him. We were going to go somewhere else. With how bad the clutch was, my dad and I basically just straight up decided, no, screw this. We're not paying for it. We're not even taking it back to the dude. So I just want to... I'm not going to say any names, or at least not yet, because mistakes happen, although my dad's essentially sent two people there. Myself and one other customer. The other customer, his clutch lasted a month and then completely disintegrated. Like, we're talking about fell apart. My clutch lasted under 6 months and then also disintegrated, completely died. So I'm not particularly happy with his work, and if you people would like to know the name of the company, I will share it, but I'm attempting to not be sour and mean, essentially. The guy didn't do a good job. That doesn't mean that he can't do a good job. It just means that he didn't do one for 2 of the 2 people that we know that we've given him work. So, not particularly happy with that, but it can go away for now. Moving on to a lighter note, I've decided to go for the same clutch as Callum. I went to actually go drop off my clutch because he reuses some of the bits and stuff, and he'll also make sure that the pressure plate is okay, and he has to reskim the flywheel as well, because unfortunately, I should note this as well, this clutch, because it got so hot, caused heat marks on both the flywheel and on the pressure plate. It's also got like a bit of a wheel. That's real bad. Oh my gosh, can I please English? Fortunately enough, though, it is actually quite easy to fix. You just have to skim it a little bit more. Obviously, it's just recently been skimmed, a little bit irritating, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's not a bad problem to solve. So yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, I went to the guy that has been dealing with Callum's clutches and did Callum's clutch the last time, and it lasted about 4 years. 4. So I'm going to go with that. I went to the guy, I dropped off my clutch, and I'm going for a 3-puck clutch. He suggested I do a 3-puck because it will end up being a little bit cheaper. Also, considering the fact that my clutch was essentially a 3-puck anyway, because of how they had set up the hybrid system, he said it'll actually be easier for him to modify it like that so that it'll hold and grab, and it should be fine and I should be comfortable with it. Now, I didn't want to do that because I was afraid of the shuddering and my clutch essentially becoming an on and off switch. Throughout the past 2 weeks, basically, I kind of came to the conclusion that that is my only choice. Or I have to try do another hybrid clutch system, and I've kind of been off-put by that now. I've learned my lesson. Don't be fancy. Don't try spend extra money where it's not necessary. Things have been proven. Go for the things that are proven. Don't try be fancy, unfortunately. So, a bit of an annoying and sad situation, but at least the clutch is being solved with. I'm actually about to pay the guy a deposit so that he can go buy the pucks. I should be able, technically speaking, to fetch my clutch this afternoon, he said, but I don't think so. I'm probably going to fetch it maybe over the weekend, because I'm filming this on Friday. I'm filming this the day that you're seeing this. I should maybe be able to get my clutch this afternoon, if not, over the weekend maybe, or Monday, worst case scenario. So yeah. Now this is where the part of the video where I need my viewers' advice, especially the viewers that have gone this far into the video and they are willing to actually support my channel. I need help. I don't know what to do with my channel, because my channel's been dying slowly recently again, and it keeps going through bubbles like this, and every now and then I'll hit a video that hits like 200, 300 views, and that's great, but I'm obviously trying to do this as a profession, if you will, and I'm trying to have that be a more constant number, and just it's not having it. So I wanted your guys' advice and input here. Option 1 is I continue the same way that I have been for the past however long, where I post once a week and I do my funny meme videos once a week, the Friday vlogs. It might not necessarily be the most interesting. I might literally wash my car because I don't know what else to do. I might not have content to actually post. I have to find filler content, if you will. And then obviously on Wednesdays do the podcast in cars. Additionally, option 2 is I can move my content from being once a week on a Friday anyway. Obviously, podcast in cars is going to stay continuous. But the Friday vlogs might not happen every single week. They might happen every second week, once a month, once every second month. I don't know. Maybe twice a month, more likely. But I will then, I'll be posting, I want to say more lengthy videos, but not necessarily. It would probably be around the 10-minute mark or so still. But it'll be over like the past couple of weeks, the progress that's happened to my car, what have I done to my car, this, that. And it'll be clips of everything in between that. So, I mean, if I'm, for example, if we harken back to the engine rebuild, instead of that being split into 4 different videos, because it was over 4 different weeks, over a month of that engine rebuild, it would be split more into maybe 2 videos, maybe still over a month, but maybe 2 videos where more progress is done per video. It's a longer format video. There'll still be more memes in the video and so on and so forth, but there's more progress done within the videos. That might also mean that when I have no videos to post, people aren't watching a shit post of just whatever I could find to fill in the void. They will wait and they'll get actual content, because I'll be able to split up and paste my content a lot easier. So I wanted your guys' help on what you guys feel would be better and what you want. I'm going to put a little post-it thing on one of the corners. I don't know what corner it'll go to, for you guys to vote. Tomorrow there will also be a vote on my Instagram, if you guys want to go vote on my Instagram rather. And I'm probably going to try doing the same on TikTok. I don't know if TikTok can do that, but anyway. So yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm probably also, when I start posting actual content again, I'm probably going to hit with Patreon at the same time. I understand nobody really has money to spend on such a small little YouTuber like myself, but just in case. My camera is very wobbly. Just in case, there is somebody who's willing to donate out there with all this troublesome that I've been having recently. Yeah. I don't expect my viewers to pay, anyway. I like posting free content. Anyway. That is about it for today's video. I will hopefully see you guys next week, where I'll have my car back. Next week will actually be quite fun, because I'll probably have my car back. The coils will be installed as well. The coils and that very fancy coil plate that I made a couple of weeks ago. As well as my launch control, which means flames, and that'll be cool. I can't really use the launch control because my diff won't handle it. I'll actually split my diff in half. However, I can shoot flames, and that'll be cool. So, yeah. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A bit sad and depressing, and not many memes in this one, unfortunately. But we'll hopefully get back into it. Please leave a vote wherever the vote is. Or at least let me know down in the comments if I forget to put the vote thing. And I'll hopefully see you guys in another video sometime soon. Until then, guys. Cheers.